Welcome inside the tour truck. Our 7-wood video absolutely crushed it. I didn't realize that you guys out there were such 7-wood fiends. Now I've just been on the range. I fit someone for a 7-wood here at the Kingdom Invitational. Mr. Todd Young, he's dialed in with his 7-wood now. We're gonna come on this truck and I'm gonna walk you through the build process. Pay attention as to the detail that goes into this. There's gonna be swing weights, there's gonna be tipping, there's gonna be cut length, the grit, everything is gonna be dialed. Then ask yourself throughout this video this one simple question. If this much work goes into one club to get it right, then do you still think custom fitting isn't important for you? Let's not waste any time. Dive in that comment section if you need it. Subscribe if you love it. I'm gonna walk you through a tour build of a 7-wood. First things first, you gotta grab your components. I've already fit Mr. Todd Young into a Ventus Red 8S with some custom love on there. Thank you very much for the guys, Marshy Marsh over at Fuge, with smooth on the golf shaft. As we go down into the build, I'm gonna tip trim this 1 3/4 inches. I'm basing that off of the driver that was tipped for Todd out on the range, the 3-wood that he had and how great that was going. I'm also marrying in the weight. We're gonna get the weight nice and high in this golf shaft for the simple reason that a 7-wood has quite a bit of loft on it. I will bend it to the loft I want, but when I have the weight in the golf shaft, I can then have my player control that spin. So we're going 1 3/4 inches on the tipping straight out the gate, okay? 1 3/4 inches, measure twice, cut once, Trotty. You almost went 1.5 inches. Now, we go with the tip section just to strengthen up the shaft down there and get it to a point where, again, it will control the spin. Not everyone needs to tip that much, not everyone needs to tip that little. It's all player independent. Now, length, I'm working off the video that I did for you guys. We're going 41.5 end of grip. Todd plays a Tour Velvet 58, so the cap is going to be 1/8 of an inch. So 41.5 on the length. Again, put the head in there, now you've got the length, whip it out, see our marker. Notice when I do this, I'm gonna spin the golf shaft. So it goes gold mark against the circular wheel, engage, and then spin. Just lose the little burr on the end. Gluing station is next. So this glue can sit here for most of the day. It won't dry. It's already got some quick center beads in it, which sets the golf shaft to be in the center. A little bit of the epoxy on the shaft, and I've removed the paint off the end of the golf shaft so that it's going to catch. And then you can put a little bit as well into the head. Push, now you've got all this excess. Catch. And then boom. So now I've got plenty of epoxy in there. You can hear the grit, the quick center beads aligning that golf shaft to be in the center in the housing. Remove the excess. Now the next part is going to be the curing cell. And this is impressive because this is going to give us 2 minutes 45 at 350 degrees, and this thing's going to be dry and ready to hit. Again, take your time. Anyone building golf clubs, this is where you take your time. The more time you take here, the better this thing will be. So I'm just removing all the epoxy. Line up the graphics, get that smooth perfectly in. Little hammer home, make sure we're good. Notice now I've got the height just gonna be above the ferrule. One last thing that you check, just make sure from the player's view you can't see any of the decal down the back. You don't want that. Another check on the alignment, I love it. Shaft feels good, AQ. I know what you were talking about with the satin finish. Okay, close that in, set your timer. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm not gonna stand here. We might run an advert. Let's see you back here in 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Stop the timer, reset the timer for the next person. Unclick, pull out. This is dry now. Just gonna clean off the glue that came out the top. Keep it nice and tidy. Remember, that's what I said to you. To get that epoxy off the golf shaft while it's hot. Any chance you could pop a grip on this for our beautiful YouTube viewers. Tour Velvet 58 round upside down one paper. Mr. Wade Lyles, who is the absolute legend making a cameo in this, dives in, but he doesn't realize for a YouTube video. Who plays this grip, Wade?
This grip here would be Scotty Scheffler with 7 reps of tape. DJ with 3 right, 2 left. Tiger plays this, but a cord version. Same with my man Fleetwood.
There you go.
Probably the most popular grip.
It's a good grip.
And if you guys do grips at home, the secret to get this little thing off, boom.
That's an absolute cheat code, by the way. Absolute cheat code. Fantastic. I'll follow you because I've got the microphone on, Wade. So if you've got any commentary you want to give about putting on grips, then go for it.
So, of course, as we know, the biggest thing with grips is, since these are fairly thin, you want to make sure you get the tape nice and smooth. And you always want to make sure you get the tape at the end of the grip, because if we don't, then you're going to see a little lip under that, and that's not good. At TaylorMade, we're not trying to save money by using short pieces of tape. So we are going to go ahead and use the full amount.
That's like the E-Honda wraparound. Remember Street Fighter?
No, but I'll take your word on it.
Logo down, please, boss man. Logo down.
Of course, the key is to make sure the face angle is nice and square.
Correct.
You don't want to try to adjust the grip too much when you put it on. We're going to use our special mineral spirit solvent. We'll go ahead and lubricate the tape. This is key. You can't put a grip on unless you have the right type of solvent. We're going to make sure that thing gets on there all the way. We're going to straighten it out before it starts to dry.
How do you know it's the perfect length?
35 years experience.
There you go. The absolute legend.
My first job at TaylorMade, for the first year I worked here in 1987, my job was to grip 800 golf clubs a day on the production floor. So
he knows when it's the right length.
Yes.
Notice how he's still checking the graphics, even though it's a round grip, making sure that they are perfectly square from where he wants them.
Only the best comes out of here.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
You got it.
Legend. Right. Now we got to swing weight this golf club. So fire it on the back there. As we sit here at the moment, it is sitting at D1.5. So it's a letter followed by a number, and that's D1.5. Now to give you an idea, this little piece of blue paper, there's 0.8 with the two of them. 0.8 of a gram that was, by the way. 0.8 of a gram is about half a swing weight, sorry. So what I'm trying to do here, if half a swing weight is a 0.8 of a gram, and I need to find 2.5 swing weights, that's where the hot melt comes into play, and I'm gonna use that machine right there in order to get the balance point perfect on this golf club. The balance point is crucial because we've done the fitting, we've tipped the golf shaft, we've got the grip on, and we've got everything playing perfectly for the correct weight. So our next job is to go through this little port here on the end and pop some hot melt right in there. You heat the nozzle of this because what you want, and you can see it right here, Q, I just need this puppy to be coming out. That's money, Q Mondo. So I know from doing this for a long time as well that half a trigger squeeze is going to be about 3 grams. Watching Todd hit it right is the issue. So I'm going to tilt the club towards you guys. So when I squeeze in my hot melt away from the face, it goes towards the back heel of the golf club. Why do I want it towards the back heel of the golf club? So that the toe can move a bit quicker, help him get that little puppy-like draw. He hits a little pull cut, but we don't want it to be a pull slice. You want to creep up on these swing weights. So that's one swing weight. Go through the same process, because once you go too far, like many things in life, it's funny at the time, but you can't get it back again. Heat this up. Same process, boom, hot melt, away with the needle from the face, towards the heel with the angle, half a squeeze, should be about 1 swing weight, let it set, feel it, you can feel that, Q. That's how you know where it is, okay? So when you build these golf clubs, you're going to be fully qualified at this one day, Q. That's how you know where the hot melt is. Again, creep up on it. We've got to go half a swing weight more. Same process. I'm a big believer. Getting it out is a nemesis, so I'm not prepared to go past the point of no return. Spot on, D3. Little hot melt plug. It goes in like a glove put it on there because you cannot have any holes in the head, USGA ruling. Push that in against the side. You can use a rubber mallet if you like. Now that puppy is in there. You can see a little bit of residue against that. That's when we use the orange peel spray, called orange peel because of the smell. Anytime I make golf clubs on YouTube, people dive in at me all the time going, well, he wiped the head and he came back to it and he did this. Let me just tell you guys right now, when this is finished, there will not be a fingerprint on this thing. Up and down the golf shaft, just get the fingerprints off. I will come back to it. It's looking real good. And you'd be fine to finish this now if you wanted to. But we're gonna dive on the loft and line machine for the woods. Face angle looks quite open, that I like. I might want a hair less loft. So, into this machine. The club's good to go now. It's ready to be hit. We've taken our time, so the glue will be dry under the grip. Move that down. Remember, you've got twist face in the head, so make sure you get it right. Yeah, I like it. It's like 1959.5. I'm gonna bend that lie a little bit. So I'm in the mold. Okay, holds in place, and I just want to make it half a degree flatter, so just applying a bit of weight on the end here. You can hear that creak. I went quiet there because I'm actually concentrating, because you don't want to screw this bit up. I got my fingers all over the head, so you get in those comments. I'm going to wipe them again. I'm such a pro, it's gone half a degree. Loft's good, club's ready to go. Other than fingerprints, club's ready to go. Boom. So there you have it. That is absolutely everything that goes into a custom build and a club fit. Maybe next time you go out and buy some golf clubs, you won't just buy anything off the shelf, and you'll consider the custom fitting process to know that you got the right golf club that's dialed for you. Get down in those comments below if you've got any questions. That is a 7-wood build on the tour truck, perfectly made after a custom club fitting.